Hey, it's Frank here with 4D Honeybee, and it's time for the big reveal. And here it is. Hey, it's me. So the reason why I'm here in front of the camera right now is that my kids made me promise them that if I reach 3,000 subscribers that I would show my face in the videos. And so here I am. Now you see why I don't show my face normally. I've got a face for radio. That's why I've been in radio broadcasting for all my adult life. And this is why. No, but seriously, the reason why I don't show my face in these videos, at least not on purpose, is because I try to make the videos about the bees and about the beekeeping. So they're not about me. And I'm hoping that when I decided to start beekeeping, I researched for about 6 months before I decided to do it, before I actually did anything with bees. And I researched a lot of YouTube videos and I read everything I could, contacted my local beekeeping association, and I found YouTube to be a fantastic resource where you'd see 10 different beekeepers doing the same thing, doing it 10 different ways. And as a beginner beekeeper, you learn from all of them, and in the end you decide on how you're best going to do it for your situation. So hopefully if you are learning what to do or what not to do for my videos, that's my goal. So I also want to reveal my my spring plan, my plan for the spring. So it's April 22nd or 23rd right now, and I just went out and fed my bees pollen and last bit of sugar. But I have 3 hives that made it through the winter, and this is my third year beekeeping, I've never had bees make it through the winter. So it's a new process for me. So I want to go through what my plan is, at least for the next couple of 3 weeks, and show you what I'm going to do to have those 3 hives survive and succeed and explode, hopefully. And then I've got 2 more nucs coming to go for a total of 5 hives, and I'll plan to split hives as well. So hopefully there will be a lot more. So right now, what I'm doing is, yesterday I went ahead and fed my bees some sugar, which I've already done a video on, so that should come as no big surprise. But I've also fed them pollen patties. And again, the reason why I fed them pollen patties is just so that if they're starting to make brood now, they really need to have a good supply of pollen for carbohydrates to feed that brood. And they were running a little low. As I looked in my pre-winter inspections, it didn't look like there was a lot of pollen in there. Now, we've had a very brutal transition from from winter to spring here. We had a massive ice storm a week ago, and it brought about between 4 and 10 inches of ice and snow to the region. And just today, basically, yesterday, are the first days that we've had a little bit of spring-like temperatures out here. So you can see we're just starting to get blooms coming out, but most of the stuff is still not going to be ready to feed bees. So there's not going to be a nectar flow. In the next couple of weeks, dandelions will pop out, and that's the first big nectar flow and pollen availability for the bees. So I just want to make sure they go into that area strong. So what I've done is I'm feeding them for a week to 10 days, and then I'm going to go right from the feeding to a mite treatment. So I'm going to use Mite Away quick strips this time around. The last time I did a treatment in the fall, I used Apivar, which worked really well. And what I plan to do is I plan to only do a half treatment. So instead of 2 strips, as it indicates on here, I'm going to go with just 1 strip for 7 days. Because I consider the bees to be in a weekend state right now, because they're coming out of a winter. So I don't want to hit them too hard with the mite treatment, because every mite treatment results in mortality of bees, right? So I want to keep that mortality down. Because I treated them in the fall and a lot of mites, met their makers that day, hopefully 1/2 a treatment will be good for them now. So then the secondary plan is, look at all this gear I've got to work with. So I'm going to have 2 more nucs come in, and I may just split one of my hives to make a total of 3 new hives, right? So I've got to put these hives together in the next, couple of weeks type of thing, and get ready for the new bees that are coming. What I want to do, my plan for the apiary this year is probably going to be to have a couple of hives just focus on making honey, right? And then a couple more hives just focus on making bees. And hopefully that way I can get honey, which is one of the main reasons why I do this. I'm really enjoying the honey harvesting that I do. And I think the more bees you can put out into the environment, the better. So I'm going to sort of split the focus that way and hope that it succeeds. So that's the plan for the next 2 or 3 weeks, to get the bees ready for the first nectar flow and to get everything healthy and happy. And thanks for joining me at 4D Honeybee. I'm glad that, that you're along the ride, along with me for the ride.